Okay, thank you, John, for the introduction, and thank you everybody coming this afternoon, evening, to sort of participate in a talk about transitions. And I'm emphasizing the word participate in the talk, and that's what I'm hoping will happen. So, as John said, my research expertise is in the area of inclusion and transitions, but today I'm going to be obviously focusing on transitions mainly, but there are aspects of inclusion in it. The research that we do in the area of transitions is from cradle to grave, so we are interested in transition from very early years, and then we look at transitions all the way through. So we're interested in educational transitions as well as life transitions. Some of the work we are doing, one of my colleagues is here, we are working with young adults who are being cared for by a palliative hospice, and we're looking at their life transitions, so what's happening for them socially, emotionally, and educationally as well. So that's the sort of research we're doing. But today I'm going to be mainly focusing on, on educational transitions, and mainly to do with the ones for children in sort of educational settings like early years, primary schools, secondary schools. Afterwards, if you have any questions beyond that, I'm quite happy to talk about that as well. So, from that point of view, does that sound okay? Shall we start with that? Okay, so before we start with talking about transitions, I thought it would be quite good to start off with thinking about transitions we face in everyday life. And John was talking about, for example, my transition. I've had lots of transitions, moving from India, from a different educational system, different culture, different language, different food habits, to moving to Japan and then here. But if you think about it, all of us have a lot of similar things happening all the time, and some might seem minor, but they are still quite relevant. And, okay, sorry about that. That sort of jumped out of my hand. That's what I'm going to do if you're not paying attention. Okay, so yeah, so just looking at what sort of changes might happen, and something simple like that. Okay. Thank you. And if you're not ready for even a small thing coming to you like that, it can make a huge difference. But if I come to you and say, hold this ball, see how light it is quite soft, it will come quite slowly to you. Yeah? And I'm going to throw that at you. Are you ready to catch it? You okay? Okay, that's sort of worked there, isn't it? And so you two ended up dropping over for the second time around. You will probably react quicker, which you did, compared to the gentleman over here, which I know the name of, but I won't say his name. But when you've got something where you've said to somebody, this is what you're going to do, and you've given them a chance to address that, then it's easier. So if I'm going to throw this now at you, and what happened there, I didn't throw it. So you were expecting something which didn't happen. So can I just ask, how did you feel when I threw the ball at you all of a sudden?
I felt a bit surprised. It's like self-conscious.
Okay. How about you?
As you said, I kind of expected it, so tried to catch it.
Okay. How was it for you?
It was fine, yeah, because I was expecting a few of them to come there.
Okay. How was that?
Surprised that it didn't come?
Yeah. So that is what happens in life when we're not expecting changes to happen, they catch us by surprise, and we usually use our reflex, sort of we react in particular ways. But if we are prepared for it, if we know about it, we are more ready for something to happen. On the other hand, if we are ready and we are expecting a change and it doesn't happen, then again, it causes discomfort, or you're feeling, oh, what happened there, why didn't it happen? So that's the way we as human beings deal with change. And transition is nothing more than a type of change that's happening. So let's again think about another simple sort of idea of thinking of transitions. Think about a recent holiday that we went on. So a holiday where you might have gone for the first time to that place, whether it's within the UK or abroad. Think about that, and I want you to think about the sort of things you might have done before you went on that holiday. Would somebody like to share any of the feelings or what you might have done before you went on holiday?
Research the area.
Research the area, yeah?
Ask somebody who's been there already.
Ask somebody who's been there already. So again, we're trying to find out about the place.
Research the history of the place.
Research the history of the place to find out more, maybe even thinking about where am I going to go when I'm there, yeah? Okay, any other sort of thoughts, what you might have done?
Buy travel insurance.
Buy travel insurance, be prepared in case something happens, yeah? Exactly, think about the clothes you're going to wear, what sort of weather is it going to be, do I need a particular type of clothes there, what else do I need to take with me? And what is that? It's all preparing for something that we've not done before. We've done things like it before, we've gone to other holidays like that before, but that might be a new place. So that's all part of the planning and preparation for it. And there are the things that happen at that time. For example, I'm not going to name the city because probably I'll be sued for saying that, but we went on holiday recently to a city where, admittedly, we had gone 15 years ago, and we nearly had our pocket picked there. So when you're going out to a holiday to a place where you've had a bad experience, although all the good things happen, you're still thinking, oh, I need to be aware of that. And sometimes that happens as well because you've got a negative perception of what might happen, which might actually put you off, maybe spoil your fun in that. And those are the sort of things, if you think about it, are happening in any type of transitions.